Today on the Code Bet Daily, inmates running the asylum. Stats guy, what are you looking at?
Yeah, I'm looking at some tennis and Premier League futures, as well as a big Scottish Premiership clash. What about you, Alex?
He's going here, there, and everywhere. I've got the BBL winner, thanks Captain Obvious, an FA Cup game, and some EPL futures on who's going to go down. It's the Code Bet Daily. Check it out. All right, Stats guy, it's Monday, the 30th of January, all goddamn day.
We're back.
Episode 40 of the Code Bet Daily. I'm your host, Alex Donnelly. The Stats guy is over there after getting wine drunk and getting around a bit of Sabalenka over the weekend.
I'm very happy with her, yeah.
We work for a pretty goddamn awesome website called CodeBet. You should go check it out, codebet.com.au.
Yeah, get around it on the socials.
James is too good for us because apparently the NFL playoffs is more important than hanging out with the boys.
I know.
So
how rude.
That's fine. I mean, Stats guy only declared the winner of the Australian Open. I said who was going to win the Royal Rumble yesterday. So we had a good weekend and we're still here.
Yep. Oh, very happy. Very happy to be
exactly
here.
what it says on the tin, Stats guy. It's Code Bet Daily.
It is.
Bit of bets, but usually it's player props, game picks, best bets for the next day or whatever. One small problem with today, though, there is nothing really of importance going on.
Well, yes.
But we've
still found some bets. We've
found some bets. We'll always find a bet. But I'm going to be talking about some FA Cup game tomorrow between two very not so good teams. You're going to Thailand for some tennis, and then there's some future stuff going in there. So
bit of everything.
You know what? We're always going to find everything. I'm still sitting in my beanbag. That's how good I'm going. So it's Code Furniture Daily today.
Yeah, waiting for your furniture. Yep.
How are you after declaring us the Australian Open winner and getting wine drunk over the weekend?
Although Novak was an obvious choice, I'd actually...
No, we don't care about him. No one cares
I got
about
both winners. But yeah, I was very, very happy with Sabalenka. I think she's going to have an awesome year now. She won me a bit of money, so I was very, very happy. Perfect that she won 2-1 as well. Predicted that. So yeah, really happy with that. And I think even though not as many of the big sports this week, we still found a lot of value and things to bet on.
Yeah, that's it. If we have a quick look over what we did over the weekend, a lot of the FA Cup stuff was good. Arsenal let me down. But other than that, we said that Brighton would get past Liverpool and
I love Brighton. I'm talking about them later, actually, yeah.
Yeah, and Stoke got past, I can't even remember, Stevenage or whoever they were playing. So, and Southampton rolled past Blackpool. So we got, we're doing what we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Stats guy, what have you got for us today? I gave a little bit of outline earlier, but sort of break down what we're looking at today.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Scottish Premiership. My boys Celtic won last night. I didn't actually curse them like the other time I tipped them, so I was pretty happy with that. Got a big win with Aaron Moy, the Aussie scoring, exactly what we were talking about in the Aussie podcast the other day. So I'm going back to the Scottish Premiership, another game in that coming up this week, a tennis look and future, and then a Premier League future bet as well.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I'm going to be looking at the BBL. Who's going to win that? That one's pretty obvious. You don't need me to tell you that, but I can break down why.
Why not?
FA Cup game that is at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and a couple of EPL futures I don't mind. There's a bit of value in those markets because the best time of year in the EPL is, the title race is cool, but the relegation battle and a few of those other, top 6, top 10 markets. Few little bets to be found, but Stats guy, get us rolling. You're going to where apparently I'm going to holiday later in the year. Thailand. We don't holiday, Shane. I'm going to go on holiday in October after Stats guy takes his third holiday since starting in September.
Oh, that definitely not fair. Anyway, we're going to Thailand for this bet. We got the Hua Hin Open, which is the Thai people, Thai's version of the Australian Open. But we've got some big names,
but much more well known, obviously.
Yes. Anyway, I think it's a bit random, but it's good to find a bit of value in something like that. So we've got Bianca Andreescu, who's the number 1 seed in this tournament. She plays in all the majors. Compared to lots of the other people she's playing who only would play.
If you're in the top 130 in the world, you should be playing in all the majors.
She's 40th. She's 40th at the moment. But she used to be in the top 10. She's won 3 singles titles already. I think she's going to absolutely dominate this tournament. She beat a 25 ranked player in the Oz Open just last week.
How did she go in the Australian Open? Because I've heard the name.
She went out in the second round. She's made the fourth round a couple of times. She was a bit stiff in her second round match, but she
did pick up $200,000 for lobbing into the second round. So good for her.
Exactly right. Yeah, she's a much better player than I think a lot of the people in this Hua Hin Open. She's beaten a pretty good player last week. I think she's still in pretty good form. She's got a great power forehand, and I think she can take out this tournament. She's $4.50. She's the favorite because she's the highest seed, highest ranked player in the world in this tournament. So $4.50 on Bet365 to take out the Hua Hin Open. And then I like her just in her first round match. I think she's going to absolutely dominate against Dart from the UK, Harriet Dart. She's beaten her twice before, and the line is -5.5, which is a lot in women's tennis, but I think she could just win this 6-3, 6-3.
So a couple
She's
of
got a good
breaks,
serve, couple of breaks, and that's $1.83 if you want to have a look at her first round as well.
And just quickly, the line betting did give you a slight fisting over the weekend. Where Djokovic minus 18.5, first 7 games. Stats guy's weekend is ruined straight away. That was I wasn't happy with that. You can't help but laugh at those ones. Like, this will be fine. Boom, 7-5. You're just like, yep, that'd be right. Yep.
I was still pretty happy to go on the line bets in the men's one as well. Both Tsitsipas and Djokovic covered their line because of the two tiebreakers, so I was happy with that one. Yeah, but that's my bit of a random tennis one, but good value for Andreescu, who's a quality player.
So out wide, I love it. Look, I'm looking at the Big Bash winner because I was like, I wonder what odds the Scorchers are like. Because breaking news, they're going to win. Like honestly,
I think they're going to win. I've called it a few times as well. Yeah,
I was like, oh yeah, $1.30, $1.40. That's what they'll probably be. They're $1.60 to win it. Of course, there's 3 teams left in the tournament, so you've got to take all that in consideration. But they're in the grand final. The grand final's next Saturday in Perth. Stats guy.
It is.
They smashed the Sixers, and everyone's like,
who's the second best team?
2 overs. 2 overs to spare. They were never going to lose that game after about probably the 6th over when they were batting. I know that was a few weeks early with Sean Abbott, but when Steve Smith goes out cheaply, the run total for the Sixers looked about 20 or 30 too light, and it showed. The Sixers and the Heat lose a bunch of players to international duty. Well, the Sixers
do actually,
and that's kind of important. The Heat lose Renshaw, Kawaja, Marnus. Maybe is Michael Nisa in the squad?
No, he's not in it. I wrote a thing about him yesterday saying I was surprised he's not in.
But he's still around at least. But
still 3 of their best batters.
You lose 3.
Their 3
best batters go. So they're going to do battle on Thursday night in Sydney, where the Sixers probably will do enough to win. But also, we talked about last week, Perth's home ground record. They've won 12 of the last 13 at home. They're going to have 50,000 people going bananas.
At the furnace.
It will be a furnace. It's that damn hot. If Sydney make the grand final, they've got to go back and forth to Perth in a week.
Yep.
If Brisbane make it, listen to this schedule since the 25th of January. So
you like a schedule thing,
And we're looking. I'm all about travel does stuff you around. And
it does.
To obviously this Saturday, so it's a 10-day, 12-day period. So if Brisbane make it, since the 21st, they've gone from Brisbane to Hobart. And I don't know if they've gone home between games. So I'm just saying this is where they've gone. They played a game in Brisbane. Then they played in Hobart. Then they had to go to Sydney on Friday night. They played last night in Melbourne. They have to play in Sydney on Thursday. And then they'll have to go to Perth to play on Saturday. I don't care what type of athlete you are. That is going to mess with you. You're going to be so tired.
Time zones as well.
And I know you're professional athletes, but that is a lot of flying in a very short period of time, especially for cricketers who are used to basing themselves somewhere for a week.
No, I agree, yeah. Yep.
I don't think the Brisbane Heat can win the tournament if they make the final.
I like your flying theory better than your desert theory as well. So
desert theory rules, stats guy. I will come there and tackle you. You look at the batsmen of the Scorchers that they don't lose. They've got Turner, Bancroft, Inglis. And can Aaron Hardy just only score 5 runs in the final for my Matt Short bet? I'm 15
Is it 5 runs?
Still.
Oh.
No, it's 15. Matt Short is 15 runs in front, and I'm just going to, 15 runs. So if Matt Short gets 10 in the final, I'm going to do a lap of Melbourne.
It's a bit unfair that it counts finals, to be fair.
I know, it's a load of crap, but, we get stuff.
Anyway.
But you look at those 4 or 5 batsmen that I've named for Perth that are still going to be playing. Then you go to the bowlers. Jason Behrendorff swings at miles, bowls with
he's amazing, yeah.
And, he should be playing more for Australia. And then Hardy and Ty can chip in as well and take wickets. So they've got a full-strength squad. It's, is Mitch Marsh going to somehow make it? I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So $1.60 for the Perth Scorchers. They're just going to win this tournament. Whatever.
Yep.
I can't see them losing barring a, Sydney Thunder-esque 15 happening.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Sean Abbott will have to take 6 wickets in his 4 overs for that to happen. And I don't see that happening. So
I like it. Yeah.
$1.60 Perth Scorchers. A bit of captain obvious there, but hopefully I've given some good enough reasoning there.
No, I like it. I like it a lot.
We look ahead to some match game picks here. We find, 1 or 2, 3 picks within a game. We'll be honest, our options were very thin for this because we obviously focus on football. Stats guy's a bit of a basketball guy, but there was no stuff for basketball tomorrow yet.
Yeah,
so
that's okay. We still got some stuff, yeah.
we've found some stuff, and you're going to Scotland. Start us
Yes,
off there, Stats guy.
yeah, I was pretty happy with Celtic predicting them the other night. It's not hard to predict them, but just getting them over the
there's a
line
bit of captain obvious there
when I'm not jinxing them. But this one's a bit of a closer matchup. We got Hibs, the Hibernian versus Ross County. Yep, they're playing over in Ross County. But I think, Hibs are just a really informed team. They're up to 5th. Just been amazing in the second half of the season. Lee Johnson, who's their manager, just loves to play attacking football, and it's really suited them. They've got the fourth most goals in the league. They've got just a really firing attack, and it's just really suited them. A lot of Scottish teams in the top half, the bottom half and the top half is very big difference on the table. So they just like to play attacking no matter what, and I think they can do that against Ross County. They've beaten them the last few times, Hibs. You get them at $1.90, which is really good value for a team that's up to 5th, I think. Ross County a bit just slightly below them. They've also got Kevin Nisbet, who's been killing it for Hibernian. He's just come back from injury about 7 games ago, and in those 7 games, he's got 8 goals. So he's averaging, I just saw earlier today, a goal every 63 minutes, which is unbelievable. They've been subbing him on sometimes late in games. You'll get him a winning goal or a goal early. I think he can be the difference, and I think $1.90 is too good to not take Hibs, who are a quality team who are moving up. I think they can even get 3rd or 4th on the table. Yeah,
and they're still going to be 35 points off of. Celtic.
Yeah, still like it's a ridiculous amount from Rangers and Celtic, especially Celtic. But anyway, I think they're going to get another big win, and there is actually a lot of value in the Scottish Premier League because other than Celtic Rangers, all the games on the odds are usually close. So if you can find some value with sort of the Hearts and Hibs of the league, then I think it's worth it.
Yep, don't mind that. Stats guy coming to you from Scotland. He'll probably go on holiday there soon too.
I've been there. They've got a family there.
Yeah, of course you are. Of course you do. I'm having a look at the FA Cup tomorrow morning. 2 more games in the 4th round to go. You've obviously got a bunch of replays. Side note, Wrexham drawing 3-3 this morning was awesome.
Oh, that was unbelievable. They should have won.
They should have won. They're up 3-2, and they had a man advantage, and they gave up a 95th minute equaliser. That is just shattering.
They're 2 leagues below that team as well, aren't they? Or something ridiculous.
3. They're in the they're in the National League.
I don't know how they keep winning. They've got guys.
I think it was a championship team that looks like they're going to get promoted up against the National League. So you got championship 1, 2, and then the National League. So it's 4 leagues.
Amazon Prime would be loving this. Another season of
Disney Plus. Thank you, Stats guy.
Oh, Disney Plus. Oh, okay.
Yes, come on.
No free ads.
Yeah, no free ads. You're going to lose our sponsorship there. But well done to Ryan Reynolds and the other guy. As I said, looking into the FA Cup, Derby play host to West Ham tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We keep it pretty simple. West Ham should be too good. Obviously, West Ham currently about 16th, I think, in the Premier League.
We'll show the quality between the 2
and
leagues.
Derby are 4th in League One. So obviously got that, there's that difference there of the championship. They've only lost one of their last 4 games, West Ham, which was to Brentford. And
right.
Big fans of Brentford.
A little bit of form.
They also then went out in the 3rd round of this competition and beat Brentford. So, that form did turn it around. West Ham have also won their last 4 games against sides that have the 2 league difference between them. So that's another little good pointer. Jared Bowen comes off a double against Everton. I know it's only Everton, but let's be honest, West Ham aren't that good either. They are much better than Everton. They are much better than Derby, though. Everton would probably beat Derby as well. Maybe. Take
you think so? Premier League quality.
I think they'll win.
72, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's a good bet. I know they're going to go to Derby and get the job done, but you know what? Class should shine through in these games. I know we get some weird Fugazi, Fernham Schneebert's results, but in the FA Cup. But I think this one, West Ham, should be too good.
I like it, yeah. No, why not? Have a look at that. Perfect.
All right, well, we're ripping through this one, Stats guy. We're up to the best bets already.
Yes.
So roll us through there. I see you've got an EPL future, and I've got some EPL futures too.
We've both got a few EPL futures. Yeah, sure. So I'm having a look at the EPL futures. You've got sort of Arsenal now that are dropping in odds in the top, so I just want to stay a little bit clear of them. As you said, you're still a little bit worried, but I want to try and find a little bit more value in the Premier League.
We started seven of our strongest 11 didn't start on.
I did. I saw that. Yeah.
So not
too worried.
Happy to lose that game to win the title.
No, agreed. You'd rather win the Premier League than the FA Cup.
Well, exactly. Like Arsenal would have learned a lot, whereas City started basically everyone. So, I think they started 8 of their best 11. So
something like that. Yeah.
5. Yeah, and there was a few. Lakonga was a bit. How you going? So anyway, we won't get into that.
No, that's all right. So I'm going to have a look at a bit more value. So you can, most of our sites, I'm looking at Bluebet specifically, you can bet on the top 6 finish. So I know it's a bit risky and people think Liverpool and Chelsea are going to bounce back, but I'm really loving Brighton
They
at the moment.
stink.
Yeah. So I think
Not
Liverpool are
Brighton, Liverpool and
$1.30.
Chelsea.
Yeah, Liverpool are $1.30 to jump back into the top 6 over Brighton.
They're $1.65 to make the top 4, I think, which
that's ridiculous.
Stupid.
But I think
if you take that, donate your money to @Alex Stats Guy.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think Brighton at $2.75 is too good of odds to pass by. A lot of the odds in the Premier League futures now are pretty low, but Brighton, who just they've beaten Liverpool the last few times, they're a better team this season than Liverpool, who are the ones looking to jump into that top 6. I think they can easily beat them. They've beaten lots of teams around them. They're unbeaten in their last 6 in all competitions. They've got a firing Karo Mutoma from
Nailed it.
Japan. Mutoma from Japan. Yeah. He's got 4 goals and an assist in his last, I think, 6 matches. He's been unbelievable. They signed him for $3 million, which is ridiculous. I think he was just going to be a almost second, third squad player. Not even now he's their best player by a million miles, being one of the best players in the Premier League last couple of months. They've even got Alexis McAllister, who's still going well after some confidence from the World Cup. And they've got Lewis Dunk in defence, who's holding them down really well and even scored in the FA Cup this morning. So I think
they did lose Trossard 2 weeks ago, and there's a chance they're going to lose Moses Caicedo to Arsenal as well. So that's sort of a big dent in their midfield if both of those players leave in the transfer period.
It is, but for some reason, everyone wrote them off at the start of the season. They lost Graham Potter. They lost a few of those other big players, and everyone thought, they're going to drop off. But they just somehow keep getting better. I think they've just got a good core that can keep winning. And I think other than Man City or Arsenal, I think Brighton can beat every other team in the league. So, top 6
Given
bet,
the fact they've beaten Liverpool, 3 times?
Yeah, 3 times. They've beaten Chelsea. They've beaten, I think, a few other pretty top teams. So I think, they're a good bet. They're just firing an attack. So why not $2.75? I think in the next 3 weeks or so, that could drop a fair bit. So,
there's 3 points between 6th and 11th at the moment.
Yes, which is still
how hectic this little mid part of the table is. And all it takes is 2 losses and you're sort of in some trouble. But I don't mind that as a bet. I had a quick look at that market when I saw that you put this in. I don't mind Brentford at $21. Because Brentford have a game
for top 6, really? Wow.
Yeah, for top 6. Brentford have a game in hand on Fulham and Tottenham. Tottenham are in 5th at the moment, and Fulham are above them as well.
Yeah, that's not a bad bet, actually. Yeah. They've been playing well.
You know, we've been championing how good Brentford have been going. They've only lost 4 games of the year. When you look at who's above them, United, Tottenham, Brighton, Fulham have all lost more games. Liverpool
even Tottenham,
and Chelsea
I think, could
have
drop
also
off.
lost more games. Exactly.
Yeah, I think Tottenham could drop off, maybe not out of the top 6, but they could the way they're playing at the moment. Yeah.
Well, the problem with Tottenham is all the teams below them, other than Fulham, have all got a game or 2 games in hand on them. Like Liverpool have 2 games in hand on Tottenham. Brighton have 2 games in hand. Brentford, Chelsea, and Aston Villa all have 1 game. So I don't mind Brentford at $21. They're doing a really good job with only 35% possession a game. That wasn't even one of my futures. I just saw you betting in that market. I'm like, I'll have a quick look at this.
I didn't know that was that much.
I was like, Brentford $21 is worth it.
It's all
they beat Man City. Like, come on, they're good. Ivan Toney keeps scoring as much as he's betting.
I still don't know what's going to happen with him.
He's still playing 18 years. Doesn't matter.
But top 6, I think. But I think, top 6 just provides a bit more value than some other Premier League bets.
That's it. Like I said, I've gone to the other end. So my future,
you have a look.
I'm going to start with who's going to finish last. I believe I'm tipping Everton to finish last.
Really?
At $4.20. Hashtag nice. Everton stink. Like they are good, honestly absolute shambles. Like what is going on at that joint? They sack Lampard. The chairman wants to sell, but no one wants to buy him because they're going to get relegated. They're going to pay for a new stadium. They sell Anthony Gordon to Newcastle this morning, who's been playing really well. Yeah, but it's just like you're selling a good player. No one wants to come to you guys. Like there was that. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was signed, sealed, and delivered. And then at the last second, he sees I think it was Sean Dyche is going to take over. And he's like, nah, man, I'm going to go to Tottenham. Like, and he went, and the guy went to Tottenham. It's slipped my mind. I can't even for the life of me think of it. But he's basically signed the contract, but didn't send it to the FA, and then went to Tottenham. Yeah, that happened late last week. It was hilarious. It's just like it just shows what's going on with Everton. Yeah. And also the problem is I don't see where the goals are going to come from. They've only scored 15 this season, which is the second lowest of anyone. It just seems like the wheels could fall off and they could just get battered for the next 3 months.
I got a good stat for you actually. With Everton are the longest stint in the Premier League. I think equal with Arsenal. like for
Yeah, boy.
not being relegated. So, I mean,
Yeah,
Everton's
well,
not the biggest club, but 1950 was the last time they got relegated. So
yeah,
if they
okay.
get
So that'd be
relegated this
like,
season,
and you'd also doubt if like United and all that had been relegated too if we delve back into it.
yeah. But I'm pretty sure
So
that
it
Everton's
might
not
be
the
like
longest.
outside of the top 4 or 6 that's probably it, because you'd struggle to see when Chelsea or United ever got relegated either. So.
True. We'll have to have to, but they haven't got relegated since 1950, which is so it could
Yeah,
be
well,
the
they're
year.
going to get relegated this year because they're going to finish last.
Yeah.
So they're $4.20 for some reason. Like I don't understand why Southampton are the favourites to. No, sorry, Bournemouth are the favourites to finish last.
Bournemouth. Yeah, okay. They've conceded the most goals, I think, but yeah.
Yeah, but they've also scored goals. Like I was listening to Ben Foster, his podcast the other day, and he's like, everyone's like, oh, you need defense. He's like, nah, man. He's like, you need to score goals. He's like, yeah, okay, you leak 1 or 2, but if you can score 3, you can still win games of football. You can't
exactly
score
right.
How do you win games of football, stats guy?
You put them in the back of the onion bag.
There you go. You score more goals.
Yeah,
Going with that, my other team to be relegated is Southampton. They're $1.65 to be relegated. I think the bottom 3 is not. I think the bottom 3 is set. I just think the order's going to change.
Yeah, okay.
Everton will finish last. I think Bournemouth and then Southampton. Southampton $1.65. They're gone. They're all in the bottom 3 now. It won't change.
Yeah,
Bournemouth are $1.15, so there's no use in betting there. They've all only got 15 points. Problem for Southampton is they won in the FA Cup over the weekend, so it adds more games of football to their schedule that they probably don't need. It's probably good for like prize money and stuff like that, which is great, but you
not
can't
when
play
you
more games of football.
Last,
exactly. When you're trying to think, they've got an 18-goal differential, so they're negative 18. They've only scored 17 themselves
18. That's
in 20 games. So I think the $1.65 there about Southampton to get the old bounce down to the championship is a bet. It's negative, but you know what? It's all about making money at the end of the day, and those are the 2 things I like. But I wanted to quickly just throw you off kilter here, stats guy. Who's going to win the AFL next year?
Or this year? Next
this
season.
year. That's right. Next season.
It's obvious, but I got to take Geelong. I think
$5 is boring.
$5. They're still $5. That's pretty good for a team of their quality. I think. This is their last chance. I think, or last couple of chances, maybe the next 2 years. It's just that forward line is amazing with Cameron and Hawkins. You got Danger still, pretty much.
And they still got pick 7 in the draft.
And they still got
Jack Bowes, and then that dude from Collingwood who came across as well. Like, that's cool. Just
I just think they
get stronger.
They won the flag easy, and they have hardly changed their team other than Selwood retiring, obviously, but he wasn't a major part of the team. So I think I got to take Geelong. $5.50, probably best time to get on them.
My quick one is Brisbane. I think they're $8, bringing in young Ashcroft, number 1 draft pick. He'll slot straight in. You've obviously got Josh Dunkley, who's coming straight in. Jack Gunston is underratedly good. He got picked up for a set of, a can of beans and some tuna. But he could very easily kick 40 goals, and he's going to take pressure off Hipwood, Danaher, and Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
He slots in so well. The free agent that went to Collingwood for a crap ton of money, whose name slips me at the moment, I'd rather Jack Gunston. It's completely slipped my mind. I haven't thought about football for about 3.
Either have I. When you asked me that, I was
Sydney
like,
beat Collingwood in the prelim. That was the last time I think football existed. Was it McStay? Might have been McStay.
Yeah. Actually, it was.
Anyway, you're rather Jack Gunston, who can kick 40 goals, who's a dead-eye, clutch, no pressure on him. He's fine.
Yeah, he's an underrated
great pickup for them. This is the year. If they don't win a flag this year, Chris, or even make a prelim grand final, Chris Fagan.
I think they need to win a flag. They've choked too many times in the finals to not win a flag.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They've also got to win at the MCG. So that's a quick look ahead.
I like it.
But head to codebet.com.au. Check all that out, because in the next few weeks, we're going to start rolling out a whole bunch of stuff upcoming. There's a lot of futures. Obviously, Australia kicks off in India next week. Stats Guy has got to write that. You've got the AFL coming up. You've got the NRL coming up. F1, that'll be you. That won't be me. I watch Drivers 5. That's about it. WrestleMania's coming up. I'll do that after Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble yesterday. You've got the Ashes later this year. I think there's a Women's World Cup coming up. I think it's T20.
So much stuff going to be up on our website.
Women's Soccer World Cup. So there's a lot of stuff to get around at CodeBet throughout the year. James will be doing, obviously, all of his NBA stuff. Baseball will kick off again soon, and then later in the year for the new NFL season. So I think that's about it.
It is.
We've covered all of it. We'll be back on deck tomorrow. We're going to be in the office, so that'll be good.
Probably be all of us,
sitting on couches or chairs or something.
Well, then you're wrestling beanbag.
Hey, it's not it's just a normal beanbag. I'm in a wrestling shirt. It's a big difference.
I said wrestling, but that's all right.
Oh yeah, wrestling. Hold on. There you go. You can hear that me hitting the beanbag. But please like, share, review, star the podcast, all that jazz, please. The 5 stars are actually really important because it makes us more accessible to people who may
pop up on other
download
people's
betting
feeds.
podcast or other sporting things. So please do that. Share it. Text your mate. Text your mum. Text your sister. Hell, even get on Tinder and send it to your match. It's like, hey, have you heard of this cool podcast? These guys just talk junk. I used to do that.
One, yeah.
I was shameless. Hello to Steph. Thank you for never listening to the podcast. What a girlfriend I have. Please send in any questions via the socials. Leo will have some stuff to do. He's been working his ass off, so we love Leo for that.
Yep.
I think that's it. Thank you, Stats Guy.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Gerald, for telling me it's episode 40 if I didn't say that at the start of the show.
I think you did.
Yeah. Thanks to me for being awesome. Thanks to James for looking after the kids and giving his wife a chop out. Make all your picks come in. Happy punting. What do we say, Stats Guy?
Gamble responsibly.
There you go. We actually got it this time. We'll catch you tomorrow. It's CodeBet out.